Alright, so here we got a review of the Samsung Focus. This is not a review of the Windows Phone 7 operating system, it's primarily just this phone. Alright, so this phone is $200 with a contract on AT&T. I mean, if you're coming from something a little better built, I guess actually this phone feels much better built than most Samsung phones. Actually feels pretty nice in the hand. I think the only complaints I really have is the side power button. And let's see what else we got about this phone. It has excellent speakerphone. In fact, actually some of the best speakerphone I've ever seen, and it's kind of surprising because it doesn't really seem like it when you're looking at it. It has an excellent camera. It has the flash, but you can't use that as an LED light as far as I know with Windows Phone 7 yet. It has a 1,000 milliampere battery, which is very large, and like the size you'd prefer. And this phone's battery life definitely demonstrates that. It lasts 2 days pretty easily, and if you're using it heavily, it's going to last a day. But if you're just average using it, I would say it easily lasts 2 days. Like if this is your laptop, don't expect it to last too long. Overall, one thing I'd have to say is, of course, I hate these capacitive buttons. They're just absolutely awful. It's so hard to pick up this phone and just not hit something and either be browsing and hit it, or be writing a text message and you accidentally tap it and you got to rewrite the whole text message or rewrite the whole email. I don't know, whoever thought of putting these buttons here is just like, it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know who thought of this. Every time I pass this phone to one of my friends, they end up pressing 3 things and it goes through 3 programs at a time and quits the game they're trying to play, and they have to go back to it. And getting a little rubber case has actually, this is $5 on eBay, it has made it quite a bit better, but because the slope of the side raises kind of around the buttons, so it's harder to press it. But other than these capacitive buttons, this phone is a pretty decent phone. Actually, it's something kind of I would expect HTC quality. It's very solid. It doesn't look like it when you're actually looking at it, but there's no squeezing. And it definitely feels like if it fell on pavement, it would break immediately. But overall, the sound from it quality is good when you're talking on the phone, but it does have this kind of sound as if it's far away, and sometimes it almost sounds a little muffled. Even though it's very loud, it just sounds a little muffled, and it's only a very little bit, and it might just be AT&T in this area, but it's a little, it sometimes can be a little annoying. And if you check out the other Windows Phone 7 review, Windows Phone 7 is pretty awesome, and other than that, of course, obviously its shortcomings due to the fact that it just came out. But overall, if you're looking to pick up this phone, compared to what else AT&T is offering for Windows Phone 7, I'd say you should probably go for this one. Unless you want a slide-out keyboard, which I personally would prefer, but the screen, I'd still rather have this screen, just because, who the hell wouldn't rather have one of these 4.1-inch screens over a small screen and a keyboard? Other than that, it's a solid phone. I think you should pick it up. It does have this touchscreen issue, which some other people have pointed out, and from what I've read, actually, I think it might be true on other capacitive phones, although I've never had another capacitive touch phone. Basically, the touchscreen does not work that well if it's laying on something soft, and here it's laying on a book, but say if we were to put this on a very soft pillow, the screen would not respond very well when you're touching it. It has, whatever it has something to do with the electricity and how a capacitive touchscreen works, but if you're holding it in your hand, it works great. But the second you put it on something very soft, it just doesn't respond that well. And usually it's not a problem, but every once in a while, if you're laying in bed and just trying to scroll through a website late at night, it can be a little annoying sometimes. Alright, so this is a Samsung Focus. Go out and get one if you want a Windows Phone 7 on AT&T. Otherwise, wait for something better from Android. Or just wait for the update for Windows Phone 7 in the first half of 2011. That's it.